सर्वानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्। आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्।
I welcome you all with my love and respects. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। आज हम हमारे 21 दिन के कार्यक्रम इनर अवेकनिंग के द्वारा आपकी कुंडलिनी शक्ति जागृत होकर किसे आपके भीतर धन आकर्षण चेतना स्थिति को जागृत करती है उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। प्लीज लिसन। इंटेग्रिटी, authenticity, responsibility and enriching. What these four principles can cause in you when you practice them with integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching. When you start practicing integrity with integrity, you will be aware of every thought you are having. Most of the time, you are caught in fear, jealousy, anger, lust, before even you become aware. Many times people come and tell me, I am not able to get out of my fear. Please listen. Why you are not able to get out? Because already you committed to yourself many times with that negativity. For example, I am going to be destroyed, I am going to be destroyed, I am going to be destroyed, I am going to be destroyed. This is the way it is going to happen. I am going to be loser, loser, loser. Means 100 times you committed to yourself you are going to be the loser. Then naturally whole energy of you will be working only to fulfill that concept, the commitment you gave it to you that you are a loser. Only once if you say, no, I am a winner, that will look too silly. It is like for the sake of argument you say. Sometime you know your spouse is going to win the whole argument, but just to record your opposition, you make some statement, knowing that you are going to be failure. Exactly that is the way it will look after you utter 100 times you are a loser to yourself, only once you are a winner. It is your wrong commitments to you makes you feel you are a loser. I tell you. Other than your negative commitments to you, you don't have any enemy in your life. Just understand and liberate yourself. I am not teaching you, I am not inspiring you, I am not ordering you, I am requesting you. I know the space of utter positivity, a complete positivity. I know the space, I cherished that space, I am cherishing that space. I am exactly in the mood of the Rishi when he screamed at the peak of his voice, Shrinvandu Vishve Amritasya Putraha Vedagameham Purusham Mahantam. O sons of immortality, I know the path to it. Wake up and start achieving it. I tell you, whenever you uttered a negative word to yourself, I may be failure. For example, I may be failure. I may lose that. I may not achieve it. immediately remember it is a negative commitment you are giving it to you. Drop it. Your mind will say, no, if I suddenly really fail, what to do? At least if I think through before itself, I'll be ready for failure. There is no such thing as ready for failure, because your failure will always be from the unexpected zone. If at all there is going to be failure. So all your expectations and pre-commitment towards your failure is not precaution. It is not going to help you in any way. People ask me, I don't want to be surprised when the failure comes. First of all, it is not going to come if you don't prophesize. Second, even the fear that I won't be able to handle the fear, if it comes as a surprise, is a one more fear, one more negative commitment you gave it to you. See the layers and layers of negative commitments you gave it to you. First of all, it is not going to come if you don't create the self-fulfilling prophecies. Second, even if it comes, you have all the capacity to face it. There is no such thing as you cannot face the failure if it comes without your expectation. That is a one more negative commitment you gave it to you. How many of you are cognizing this? I will not be able to face the fear if it comes surprisingly is the only logic you use constantly to create negative patterns in you. That itself is a one more negative commitment you give. Everything you call as failure is going to come suddenly only, and you are going to face it. You will not be able to face if something happens surprisingly is one more negative commitment you gave it to you. Sit and undo layer by layer the negative commitments you gave it to you and complete them. You have to remember and complete and drop. Only then you can really conquer it. You can't just say, I drop hereby all the negative commitments I gave it to me. No. First you need to know all the negative commitments you gave. That will happen only when you start with you and start doing the completion. Once you drop that negative commitment you gave it to you, I can't face failure, surprise. When you complete that commitment and drop it, that negative commitment, when you drop that, then you can't justify your planning for failure in any way. Listen, dhyan se suniye. I cannot face if a failure comes as a surprise is the only reason you go on imagining, visualizing different possibility of failures and give negative commitments to yourself as a failure. This is one of the important click you need to have today.
Inner awakening. Stunning health recoveries. 100% cure for depression, insomnia, asthma, fatigue, chronic pain, insecurity, panic attacks, and other major disorders. Awaken the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant energy within. What would you do if you had 1300% more energy? Disease-free mind and body is your first wealth. Claim it at Inner Awakening. Inner Awakening, a 21-day meditation retreat with rare living incarnation, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, May 8th to May 28th, 2013, Nithyananda Dhyanapita, Nithyananda Nagar, Bididi, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Contact
0802 727 9999.
Email ia@nithyananda.org.
Nithyanandam. My name is Balamurugan. I am from Singapore. I am working as a senior manager in IT company. About inner awakening, it's a extraordinary, amazing program. It's gifted by living incarnation, Paramahamsa Nithyananda. It is a complete transformation of inner world and outer world. The program has touched all parts of dimensions of inner world and outer world. I personally experience a lot of transformation in me. I can feel I took a new Janma after attending this program. It is a really, really great transformation happened in me. It is a great experiences went through part of program. I recommend this program to all to attend, to whoever want to see the transformation in their life. Come and experience that transformation. Thank you.
First thing, the failures are not going to come. Second thing, you are capable of facing it if it comes. So drop fantasizing about failures. Drop visualizing about failures. Drop giving negative commitments about failures. संपूर्ति श्रद्धा उत्तरदायित्व एवं लाभान्वित करनाए चार तत्व आप में क्या परिवर्तन ला सकते हैं? जब आप संपूर्ति श्रद्धा उत्तरदायित्व एवं लाभान्वित करना के साथ जीवन जीते हैं, आप जागृत होते हैं। अधिकतम समय हम अपने बाह्य लोभ इत्यादि में फंस जाते हैं। आप जागरूक होने के पहले ही आप फंस गए हैं। कई बार आप क्रोध, कोप, मोह, भय, अपराध भाव, इन सब नकारात्मक मनोभावनाओं में फंस जाते हैं। इसीलिए आप अपने जीवन में एक सकारात्मक वास्तविकता का अनुभव नहीं कर पाते हैं। जब भी आपके अंदर कोई भी नकारात्मक मनोभावना उत्पन्न होती है, जैसे कि मैं विफल हो जाऊंगा, उसे तुरंत त्याग दीजिए। उसे तुरंत त्याग दीजिए। आप में कितने लोगों को यह लगता है कि आप विफल हो जाएंगे और आपको भय है कि अचानक वह आपके सामने प्रस्तुत होगी। आपको केवल यही प्रतिबद्धता लेनी होगी कि आप कोई भी नकारात्मक मनोभावना एवं सोच विचार को अपने भीतर जीने ना दीजिए। सबसे पहले विफलता के सोच विचार एवं मनोभावनाओं को त्याग दीजिए। When you decide to drop the idea, the negative commitment you gave it to you, you cannot face your fears surprisingly. Your integrity starts happening. The negativity starts dropping from you. You start experiencing the space of positivity. Because first you need to remove the reasons why you give negative commitments to you. Only then you will stop giving negative commitments to you. Complete with yourself and drop it. पहली बात यह है कि असफलता नहीं आएगी। असफलता जब आएगी उसका सामना करने के लिए आप सक्षम हैं। असफलता की बारे में कल्पना करना छोड़ दीजिए। असफलता के बारे में कल्पना करना छोड़ दीजिए। As I said, I am not teaching you, I am not inspiring you, I am not impressing you, I am just requesting you. Because I know if a positivity can be brought into one mind, what it can do to the whole world. Even if one person starts living positivity, he is no more one person. He can be a shelter for positivity for 1/10 of the humanity. सुनिए, ध्यान से सुनिए। जब आप अपने यह नकारात्मक सोच, जब अचानक कोई विफलता मेरे सामने प्रस्तुत होगी तो मैं उसका सामना नहीं कर पाऊंगा। जब आप यह सोच को त्याग देंगे, केवल तभी आप पूर्ण तरह से संपूर्ति की स्थिति में स्थापित हो सकते हैं। यदि सकारात्मकता एक मन में हम ला सकते हैं, पूरा विश्व परिवर्तित हो सकता है। Just let your one heart decide not to bring negativity as a thinking pattern, not to bring negative commitments as a lifestyle with you. You have to know these 4 principles to its depth in life before you start living the life. Every field has to be rewritten with English. Whatever may be the equation, A plus B minus C into D into F into G, end of the equation, if you put into 0, equivalent what? 0. Same way I tell you, if your life has been any amount of negative prophecies and negative commitments to you, just put into integrity from now onwards, it is equivalent to integrity. People say, no, Swamiji, you don't know the complications I created in my life. A plus B minus C into A square by the C square into B minus divided by A, B, C, D, E is equivalent to what? My life is that complicated, you don't know. No. Whatever it may be, just if you put into 0, whole thing is 0. Same way, whatever negative lack of integrity, negative commitments, self-fulfilling prophecies you have created in your mind as past complications, I tell you, just say now into 0, into integrity from now onwards. Over. It is just equivalent to positivity and integrity. Every day, disciples, my meditation on disciples reveals me deeper and deeper truths. Yesterday, I was wondering why people have so much of problem in living integrity. Because some of my disciples still have the pattern of spontaneous lying to me. They just lie spontaneously to me. It looks so childish. So yesterday whole night I was looking into this and contemplating on it, meditating on it.
ಒತ್ತಡವನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆಗೊಳಿಸಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿದ್ರೆಯನ್ನು ಉತ್ತಮಗೊಳಿಸಿ, ಭಯ ಮತ್ತು ಚಿಂತೆಗಳಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳನ್ನು ಉತ್ತಮಗೊಳಿಸಿ, ಉನ್ನತ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮದಾಗಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿತ್ಯ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಯೋಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಕಾರಾತ್ಮಕ ಮನೋವಿನ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ತೊಡೆದುಹಾಕಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಜಾಗೃತಗೊಳಿಸುವ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಶಿಬಿರ. 7 ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾಕಾರಕ ಧ್ಯಾನ ತಂತ್ರಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಸಶಕ್ತಗೊಳಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆನಂದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮಸಿದ್ಧ ಹಕ್ಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ಮರಳಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಧ್ಯಾನಪೀಠ, ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಗರ, ಬಿಡದಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ದೂರವಾಣಿ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ
0802 727 9999.
Why integrity was so easy for me? Why it is so difficult? When I teach this to my disciples, there should be something seriously wrong. There should be a reason. Otherwise, many of my disciples are very sincere people. Many of my sannyasis are so sincere. Still, if they are not able to practice integrity, I am responsible. It is no more they, I should be responsible. When I was contemplating yesterday night, suddenly I woke up. And this was the prasada I got. I realized people have given negative commitment to themselves. If the failure comes suddenly, they cannot handle it. This is the negative commitment, forms the basis for them to continue to think negative things and justify why they should continue to think negative things and give negative commitments. Why they should stop giving negative commitments to themselves is not accepted by them. How many of you cognized the whole Satya? Now it is time you live it. This is one of the important tan removed from the many of your consciousness. Many of your consciousness was suffering with this one tan. I was so happy when one of my sannyasis sent me an email, Swamiji, now whoever I am blessing, it is all becoming reality. I told somebody you will have a male child. She immediately had a next day delivery and a male child. Lady was carrying and he blessed, it seems. You will have a male child. And she had a male child. To somebody he said, he lost a job. He blessed that person. You will have a job within 7 days, and the guy got the job next day. Like this he listed so many experiences. I was so happy. Oh God, this very fellow was waiting to commit suicide continuously. He was suffering with suicidal tendency. Now this fellow is blessing and it is happening. Can you imagine the miracle? The power of the four tattvas? I was so happy, oh God. Can you imagine if one person starts living integrity and authenticity, how much can happen to him and the whole world? This Swami who is now going around and blessing everybody and making it into reality, 3 months before was suffering with a suicidal tendency. An attempted suicide. And I have to put 2 security around him every time to take care of him and protect him. Once he is clear and started practicing this 4 tattvas, suddenly not only he became positive, and he is writing to me from the space of positivity, Swamiji, I blessed him. I was so happy, God. No, really. I tell you, you don't know the amount of joy I felt. I only wanted to tell him, take care that you don't become egoistic. Of course, when you live with the master, you are never allowed to become egoistic, you will never become. That's different. Now, other than that, not becoming egoistic, there is no other danger. Simply it will expand, 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 it will become ocean. Same way only. In you, this is the way the positivity starts. And the space of positivity starts. And I tell you, once that guy, that Swami has become positive, the work happening in his department, oh God, I can't imagine. So much is happening. If only one person becomes positive, so many people are blessed. You should just know that space of positivity is by the blessing of the Master's Kundalini awakening. Because he awakens the Kundalini, this is becoming reality. So all the glory goes to him. If you rest in that space, you will accumulate more and more positivity and finally become the ocean itself. आपके भीतर एक नकारात्मक सोच एवं आपके बाहर एक नकारात्मक जीवन शैली को उत्पन्न होने ना दीजिए। यही जीवन जीने के लिए मैनुअल है। यह 4 तत्व जीवन जीने के लिए मैनुअल है। केवल यह एक ही समीकरण को अपने जीवन में आपको लाना होगा। इस क्षण से अगर आप संपूर्ति में रहने का निर्णय लेते हैं तो आपका पूरा जीवन केवल संपूर्ति से भर जाएगा। हमारे विद्यालय के पाठ्यक्रम में पूरा परिवर्तन होना चाहिए। ये अनिवार्य है। विज्ञान, इतिहास, अभियांत्रिका और क्षेत्र को इंग्लिश में फिर से लिखिए। When you write history, the purpose for which you are writing the history is very important. Based on the purpose only, you will give importance to some incidents, you will not give importance to some incidents. The history is the history of the historian who is writing. When you write the history, the purpose for which you write decides how the history is going to be written. No history is a factual history. If at all you ask me which history is closest to the truth, it is Puranas. Because the authors of the Puranas don't have any vested interest other than enlightening you. Do not believe the Western historians. Do not believe Max Muller, the fellows who wrote the Indian history, because it is his purpose made him to write the history, and vested interests, they decide which incident should be given importance, which should not be given importance. Why you Indians read so much about Holocaust in the history? You don't read the Kashmiri Pandits, millions of them being massacred in your history. Why you read so many Jews being killed and all the audacity of the Hitler and other atrocities committed by everybody in the world history and in your history book? But why you don't read all the millions of Hindus killed during the Bangladesh war in your history? Why you don't read 40-mile long refugees came running into India when the Pakistan separation was done? Why you don't read all this in your history? I have millions of questions. Why there is no Hindu Holocaust Museum in Washington DC displaying all the tortures, sufferings we went through just because we are Hindus, just because of our faith? Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.